Have you ever felt so attached to someone that the thought of being without them feels almost physically painful? It's not just in your head, there's real science behind why we get so hooked on people. Today, we're diving deep into the psychology of emotional addiction. Let's explore how our brains form these powerful bonds, why breakups can feel like a withdrawal, and most importantly, how to build healthy attachments without losing ourselves in the process. So, how does this intense connection even start? It all begins in our brain with something called attachment theory. From the moment we're born, our brains are wired to connect with others for survival. A baby cries, a caregiver responds, and a bond is formed. This early wiring creates a blueprint for how we connect in our adult relationships. When we meet someone new and start to feel that spark, our brain's attachment system kicks into high gear. It's a primal, powerful force that drives us to seek closeness and security with another person. Now let's talk about the key chemical player in this story, dopamine. You've probably heard of it as the feel-good neurotransmitter. It's released when we do things we enjoy, like eating our favorite food or listening to a great song. Well, spending time with someone we're attracted to triggers a massive dopamine rush. This chemical surge makes us feel euphoric, excited, and intensely focused on that person. Our brain essentially learns to associate them with pleasure. This isn't just a fleeting feeling, it's a powerful learning process. The brain starts to crave that person because it craves the dopamine reward they provide. This is why the early stages of a relationship can feel so exhilarating and out-consuming. We're literally high on love. This dopamine cycle creates a feedback loop. The more time we spend with them, the more dopamine we get, and the more our brain wants. This reinforces the bond, making it stronger and stronger. But it's not just dopamine. Another hormone, oxytocin, often called the cudgel hormone, also plays a huge role. Oxytocin is released during physical touch, like hugging or holding hands, and it fosters feelings of trust, intimacy, and deep connection. Together, dopamine and oxytocin create a potent chemical cocktail that glues us to another person, solidifying the emotional attachment on a biological level. So, if our brains are so good at forming these connections, why do breakups hurt so much? When a relationship ends, we're not just losing a person, we're being cut off from our primary source of that feel-good chemical cocktail. The brain goes into a state of withdrawal, very similar to what someone experiences when they stop using an addictive substance. Suddenly, the dopamine and oxytocin that we've become accustomed to are gone. This chemical deficit is what causes the intense emotional and even physical pain of heartbreak. You might experience anxiety, depression, insomnia, and an obsessive craving to reconnect with your ex. Your brain is desperately trying to get its fix. This withdrawal phase is a neurological reality. Brain scans of people going through a recent breakup show activity in the same areas that light up during drug withdrawal. You might find yourself checking their social media constantly or rereading old messages. This isn't a sign of weakness. It's your brain's reward system screaming for the source of its pleasure. Understanding this can be incredibly validating. You're not crazy for feeling the way you do. You're experiencing a legitimate and powerful biological response to loss. The pain is real, and it's rooted in your brain chemistry. This brings us to a crucial question. What's the difference between a healthy attachment and an unhealthy one? A healthy attachment is built on a foundation of security and mutual respect. In a secure attachment, you feel safe to be yourself. You can be independent and have your own life, friends, and hobbies, but you also enjoy a deep, fulfilling connection with your partner. You support each other's growth and celebrate each other's successes. There's a balance between me and we. You feel connected, but not consumed. You can communicate openly about your needs and feelings without fear of abandonment. Essentially, the relationship adds to your life. It doesn't become your entire life. On the other hand, unhealthy attachment, often called anxious or avoidant attachment, feels very different. It's characterized by a sense of insecurity, fear, and dependency. In an anxious attachment, you might constantly worry about your partner leaving you. You might need constant reassurance, feel jealous easily, and prioritize your partner's needs above your own to the point where you lose your sense of self. This can feel like an addiction because your self-worth and happiness become entirely dependent on the other person and their validation. Your mood is a roller coaster dictated by the state of the relationship. So how do we cultivate healthier attachments? The first step is self-awareness. Recognizing your own attachment patterns is key. Do you tend to become anxious and clingy? Or do you push people away when they get too close? Understanding your tendencies, which often stem from childhood experiences, allows you to consciously choose different behaviors. Building your own self-worth is also critical. When you have a strong sense of self, you don't need someone else to complete you. Invest in your own hobbies, friendships, and goals. Create a life that you love, independent of a romantic partner. Practicing mindfulness can also be a game changer. It helps you stay grounded in the present moment and observe your emotions without being controlled by them. When you feel that wave of anxiety or fear rising, you can learn to pause, breathe, and recognize it for what it is: a feeling, not a fact. Seeking professional help from a therapist can also provide you with the tools and support to heal old wounds and develop a more secure attachment style. It's a journey of self-discovery and empowerment. Ultimately, love is a fundamental human need, and forming attachments is a natural, beautiful part of life. The goal isn't to avoid getting attached, but to do so in a way that is healthy and empowering for everyone involved. It says about finding that sweet spot where you can be deeply connected to someone while remaining deeply connected to yourself. When you understand the science behind your emotions, you gain the power to navigate your relationships with more wisdom and compassion, both for your partner and for yourself. It's a journey toward loving more freely and fully. Understanding the mechanisms of attachment helps us navigate the beautiful, complex world of human connection. It teaches us how to love deeply without losing ourselves in the process. It empowers us to build relationships that are not based on need or dependency, but on genuine partnership, respect, and mutual growth. By learning about our own brains, we can break free from unhealthy patterns and create the secure, fulfilling bonds we all deserve. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content on psychology and self-improvement. Let me know in the comments what you think. See you in the next one.